Dream just uploaded a 1-hour response video to some very serious allegations, and if you're a normal human being watching this video right now, I already know what you're thinking in your head. You're probably like, boy, I'm not acoustic enough in the head to watch a 1-hour autobiography of someone I don't even know who looks like Shane Dawson if he had a troll face. Well, that's why I'm here to summarize his 1-hour autobiography looking ass video in hopefully 8 minutes. If I had to summarize Dream's response in one picture, I think this would be it, which is basically what I wrote to one of my friends who asked me to summarize Dream's response video on Discord. That's right, guys. The most important, the most serious allegations against Dream was, of course, whether or not this obese picture that looks like him was actually him. And in his response video, Dream himself finally admitted that this person who probably cost 8 elixirs in Clash Royale was in fact him. No, but seriously, I was actually not kidding when I said that this big-ass 1-hour long video from Dream is unironically his autobiography, because he goes into details about his past, about every single thing, like even the things that we don't even remember, like we don't even care about.
Guys, I want to start with the biggest lie I have ever told. The face leak photo was me. Of course, it's from when I was really young and I've lost a lot of weight since then, and it wasn't at all representative of what I look like now, but it was me. Obviously, I said many times that it wasn't, and
he goes into details talking about how this person was him all along, and that he initially lied about it because he was insecure about the fact that he used to be obese, and I don't know, like, I guess it's good to know that Dream used to cost 8 elixirs at one point in his life. Like, we have to remember that this response video by Dream was awaited by many for weeks and months, because of the serious allegations about him, which involves him potentially being a groomer, a pedophile. So him starting his video with, oh, by the way, guys, yeah, I did cost 8 elixirs at one point in my life. Like, I don't know, that was kind of hilarious to me. He also goes briefly into details about his Minecraft speedrunning scandal, where he once again defends his position that he might have cheated, but he didn't know that he cheated.
The cheating scandal. I'm gonna be pretty concise with this one because it's been covered a million times and most of you are probably pretty sick of hearing about it, but it's still really important to talk about. It's one of the most frequent reasons people point to as to why not to trust me. I did unintentionally cheat on a speedrun that I officially submitted to the leaderboards in 2020, and the speedrun mods were completely in the right for taking it down. I was using a disallowed mod for about a week on my live streams when a new version of Minecraft came out, and I was unaware that this mod existed. When I was defending myself, I didn't know that I'd been using the mod, and it's a really complicated and lengthy explanation of how it's very reasonable that I didn't know that I had the mod, so I can't go into that here.
Which explains from his point of view why he was so confident about the fact that he was not cheating, that he was innocent in the Minecraft speedrunning scandal, and that's why he was like doing his best to defend himself, going in controversies left and right to, you know, clear his name. Even though at the end of the day, it turned out that he was cheating. So yeah, I guess it makes sense he didn't know that he was cheating. Once again, it's one of those things where we have to take his word for it, and we'll potentially never know the truth. But in my personal opinion, I don't give a shit. There's also another section at the beginning of his response video where he's, for some reason, he's cooking Charlie. He's cooking Critical, like the Club Penguin guy.
I'm gonna play a clip from MoistCritikal, who talked about the allegations pretty neutrally, to his credit. But while talking about them, he said this.
Dream's audience has always been on the younger side of things, and yet Dream constantly engages with them in very inappropriate ways, such as like posting thirst traps. He does post thirst traps, even knowing that his fans are children.
I think Charlie's audience is, of course, much older than mine, but if I posted photos like these, which to be clear, if I was ripped as hell like Charlie, I would, 100%, it would be made out to be predatory because it's me, when it's not at all. And that same standard isn't applied to TikTok stars or really anyone else but me, just because I'm the Minecraft guy. A lot of the photos me and Charlie have posted are actually really similar. It's just people cherry picking goofy photos of mine and then making them out to be weird. When it's just me posting random photos, because that's literally part of our job.
I already imagine Penguins, he's probably watching Dream's response on right now, and he's like, what the fuck he says fuck me for? Like,
woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
To disprove Penguin's point of Dream knowingly posting thirst trap to his audience, even though he knows that his audience is composed of kids, well, his first point is that, no, Charlie, first of all, the pictures that I post, you also post the same kind of pictures as me. And then he posts like a lot of pictures about Critical and then compares his pictures to his. Like, like to think that Dream literally went on Penguin's Instagram, saved pictures of Critical, comparing his pictures to his, and bro, like, what the fuck? Without context, Dream makes a good point. Like, they do post the same kind of pictures. But with proper context, which is the fact that Dream did once upon a time encourage his fans to have a parasocial relationship with him and encourage his fans to ship him, is what led Critical to, you know, initially be like, whoa, those pictures are, yeah, they're kind of sus.
But even still, I don't really like that he cut out my bigger point about it being like fostering parasocial relationships and how it feeds into it, but he did defend himself against my critique of thirst trapping. But I haven't seen the rest of it. I watched up till this point because I was very curious why I was in it.
Let's get to the actual reasons. The actual reasons as to why Dream had to make this video in the first place. The serious allegations. So, if you actually ignore the first part of Dream's response video, he actually makes some good points to refute and proves that all of the allegations against him are extremely lacking in substance. For example, let's address the infamous Moaning allegations. A random burner account magically appeared on Twitter during a time where Dream was getting a lot of heat and a lot of allegations were starting to pile up on him, and his burner account randomly uploaded this Moaning clip and said that Dream actually sent this clip, this curse clip, to Jamie, one of his supposed victims. And the burner account essentially added fuel to the fire when it comes to the narrative that says that Dream is a groomer and a predator, because Jamie at the time was not 18, so obviously sending a curse clip like that would actually seal the deal about Dream being guilty. But when Jamie actually came forward in Dream's response video, and she herself said she had zero idea as to what those Moaning clips were about, and said that she was not a victim of Dream at all.
Don't care about what's real. They care about saying whatever they can to ruin my career. They don't care about victims. They don't care about Jamie. And if you still don't believe me, let's hear a statement from Jamie herself, who seemed terrified, didn't want anything affecting her real life, wasn't a victim before, but is now, due to all the harassment and people spreading sexual things about her without her knowledge or consent. My name is Jamie. I want to make it very clear that I was never groomed. I definitely am not a victim of Dream. I don't know how or why people are using my name and information without having ever asked me if any of it's true. Everything claiming to be about me was posted without my consent. Leave me alone. I want nothing to do with this. I have been getting harassed by people, either saying I'm looking for attention or digging through my life trying to confirm things I want nothing to do with. Leave me alone.
It just goes to show how this anonymous troll burner account was just full of shit. So Dream concludes that the owner of the burner account probably went on Dream's Twitter account, went on his followers list, and then picked a random person with not a lot of followers, which happened to be Jamie, and then made it so that made this crazy story about how Jamie was a victim of Dream's infamous Moaning clips, Moaning allegations. Now I'm sure all of you guys remember the whole Gumball situation with Dream. So essentially this guy, who looks like a crack addict, who is in fact the voice actor for the blue guy, the Gumball guy. This Gumball guy made a whole scene and created a whole big drama on Twitter, where essentially he got baited by a fake Dream account. But the Gumball guy replied to one of the fake Dream account's replies and essentially called him a Not only does this Gumball guy reinforces the false narrative around Dream, that he's a creepy groomer, but Dream actually exposes him for just being an actual piece of shit in real life.
Down syndrome. How far did you go in your education?
Dream makes it clear that he was never friends and doesn't even know who this Gumball guy is, and that he was just a random person he met at the party. But for some reason, this Gumball guy, throughout the whole party, throughout the whole night, was trying to start shit with Dream all night long. But of course, this is just from Dream's point of view, so to reinforce his argument, he literally brings the Uber driver who was driving the Gumball guy and Dream that night, and even the Uber driver mentions that Dream was the good guy all along, and he was the one trying to break out the fight, and he was trying to stop the Gumball guy from being an annoying piece of shit to the Uber driver all night long.
I don't know why a lot of people think that you were the one that was doing all these things and making all this stuff up and you wanted to do all this. I was like, he was the one that was trying to stop everything the most. And the way that he was speaking to the cop, he was speaking like down on the cop. And I'm like, man, like you need to be quiet because you're going to go to jail if you keep talking to the cops like that. As soon as I said that, not even 20 seconds, the cop came and he was like, you get out the car, you're going to jail. I'm trying to save you from going to jail because I don't want nobody to go to jail, period. Kept saying something about like IQ, like he felt like he was better. And I was like, nobody cares about your IQ. There's a lot of people with high IQs in jail right now. So what are you going to tell them? You're going to talk to them and say that you're a child star while you're in jail? So I was like, I'm trying to help you out. I don't want you to go to jail, even after you're acting crazy and wild, which most Uber drivers would have left you. You never said anything negative towards him while he was saying all this stuff. Majority of the stuff didn't make it on the tape. I think he was going through a lot of other things besides just being drunk. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter what he was on, what he was going through, the way he was acting, it was unacceptable.
Also, the Uber driver confirms that even though the Gumball guy was flexing on Twitter and saying, yo, at least I gave the Uber driver a big tip, the Uber driver confirms Dream's story, which is that he never tipped him.
Creative.
Yeah, did he ever tip you anything?
No, that was another lie. Well, I don't know why he said that And you know what? At the end of the day,
So I don't know what kind of tip this Gumball guy's talking about. Like maybe he gave him his blue meat. But when it comes to money, he did not give him a cent, according to the Uber driver. Honestly, after watching this whole 1 hour video of him, I have to say that I would actually not be surprised if he's actually innocent. But he's just so dumb in the head, like he's just so acoustic in the head that he somehow always gaslights himself and creates problems out of thin air. Now I'm sure we can all agree on this when I say that Dream is someone who is on some kind of spectrum. And I'm not talking about the ADHD spectrum, I'm talking about another kind of spectrum. But I think we can all agree when I say that Dream is socially acoustic in the head. He doesn't know how to interact on the internet, he doesn't know how to interact on social media, he always finds a way to make things worse or start a problem out of nothing. A common mistake that Dream will do on Twitter is, well, first of all, the fact that he's on Twitter, engaging with Twitter is already a mistake. But a common mistake Dream will do on Twitter is he will literally get baited by trolls on Twitter and then write those big ass essays, like those sequels to the Bible looking ass essays. Like he'll write those big ass walls of text like he's a prophet and writing the word of God, when in reality he's writing the word of retardation. Or he's gonna talk about things that nobody asked for. Like for example that Quackity situation where he made a big ass essay. Like look at this wall of text. Tell me that this wall of text is not about something extremely serious like some Me Too statement or some shit. But no. It turns out it's a big wall of text about the Minecraft drama about 2 different servers. Like, what? Dream made a good response. But for his sake, I really hope he stops acting acoustic on social media if he wants to avoid more Twitter baits and more drama.
We love Mojo Radio.